All right, so to finish up this car, the last thing is the interior layer. So we'll go hide the floor, hide all these other layers, and we are left with the interior. So there's not much in terms of this interior when it comes to data. Even this is fantastic. Typically, if you have CAD data, you will have all the buttons, all the goodies, all the details. This does not. So for the most part, what we have is we have leather black, leather yellow, and then the rubbers for the windows. So first things first is with our material editor open, I believe we should still have the rubber from when we were doing the last segment. Here we go, rubber. So we'll select these window trims, assign the rubber, and it looks like this side does not have it. Not sure why. Oh, there we go. It was hidden. Oh, they're all the same object. That's why. So we're gonna assign rubber to that. Now this is going to be, I guess leather black, leather black. This could be yellow. So let's look at the interior of this car and see if there are any iconic color tones that stand out for us to change the colors on. So no, it looks like this is black, and then we have yellow. So, okay, that's what we'll kind of leave it as. We'll keep it simple. What we could do if you want is you could throw carbon fiber on the shift lever or the paddle shifters. So we'll select those. I think we have carbon fiber in here, and if not, we'll just snag it from our seed materials. So it looks like we don't have it in our archive. So let's just click on this little button right here, go to seed materials, and we will look at carbon fiber rough. I'll do the matte carbon on this. And now just to confirm, let's go to the carbon fiber texture and turn on this button to make sure we can preview it. It looks like there are UV coordinates, so perfect. All right, now for the leather, well, actually, what does this one? Because right now we have two, that's carbon fiber glossy, okay. So we'll select these two, carbon fiber glossy, assign that. And then same thing, go into the texture and turn on the preview just so we can see that we have the carbon fiber. So the one thing that I'm seeing is this is way too big of a weave. So the way to quickly fix it is assign a UVW modifier, UVW map, click on spherical, then box, and then just change this to tile 5 by 5 by 5. This is kind of like a lazy person's UV coordinate setup. So there we go. And what you can do is press 1 and just rotate this gizmo just a little bit to kind of adjust the angle of the weave. Copy, go over here, paste instance, there we go. All right, so now what we have to do now that we have that is we create our leather material. So I'm just going to isolate the seat, center the pivot point, and then I went to CG textures, and there is this leather material. This is the name of it, leather material, blah, blah, blah. And if you search in leather, it's the second one. So again, I don't own the rights to this material, so I can't share it, but it is free. You get free credits every day. Just sign up and download it from there. That's all you have to do. That's the texture that I'm using for the leather. So copy my maps folder. I am going to reset my material editor because I'm only going to create two more mats, which is the leather, yellow, leather black. So first things first, make this a Corona material. So Corona Legacy. Make the diffuse color about a 2. We're going to turn on the highlight or reflection properties. Tone this color down. Put about a 0.6 in the glossiness. And now for the leather, regardless of if this has UV coordinates or not, I'm just going to do the triplanar method, simply because it's going to make sure every item that we put the leather on is going to have the same exact mapping. So for bump, what we're going to do is go to maps, Corona triplanar, change this from local to world, And the reason why we want world is we want it 100% the same. And I'm not going to go into the technicals of it, but sometimes the object scales, it's kind of like the metadata of the object could be different from one item to another. So if you do world, that fixes that problem. So now click on no map. We're going to click on bitmap and we will just load this leather, take the blur down to 0.2, and now take the tiling down 0.3. There we go. That feels nice. And now we will need a turbo smooth at the end, but I'll make sure to, well, we can just add it now. And we'll just copy this modifier, make sure we paste it as an instance across the board. Okay, so that looks good. What I do want is a little bit of that wear and tear imperfection in my leather. Again, we're not really going to see this, but at this point we're so close to being done, so why not? So I'm just going to snag one of these black diffuse because it had it. So I'm just going to copy and then just paste it in here. There we go. So as you can see, we got some of that imperfection happening. I'll bump up the scale to 1. And then I'll probably change the map with the more contrast one. There we go. And then change this amount to about 15%. So it's there, but it's not dominant. There we go. So that feels good. So I'm just going to uncheck this box. So now we can see everything. Now what we'll do is take this leather black, drag it over here, name this leather yellow, like so, and assign it to this. Change the color to yellow, and there we go. We'll just select these yellow items. Looks like there's only a couple of them. All right, we're gonna paste instance that turbo smooth modifier. Now what we have is we have our glass back here. Let's see if this could use turbo smooth. It should not. As you can see, it's not smoothing properly, so we're just gonna leave it off. What we'll do is select invert and paste the turbo smooth modifier, but make sure you deselect this seat, which already has it. So there we go. So we have a couple more yellow leather items. So what we want to do is select these, give it that yellow leather, hide it. All right, we're gonna snag 2 more materials from our scene. We're gonna do glass clear, and then we will do mirror. And actually change glass clear to glass window. So it was right here. So we're gonna assign glass window to this. So you see we have a hint of green. We're gonna do the mirror to the mirror. Even though you can't really see it, but we'll just throw it on there. Let's throw some proper things on our emblem. So we'll do gold, and then we had, I think, plastic black glossy. Plastic semi-gloss, plastic dark glossy. There we go. So we'll assign that there. Then the gold will go there, like so. And now everything else gets the black leather material. I know this is not 100% perfect or accurate to what the real car is, but we're working with what we have. So unhide that, like so. And that, in a nutshell, is our basic interior prep with, the details we have available. So that more or less completes the data prep stage of this Lambo. So now that we have this done, it's time to actually create the images. And what I'll do is, before we start creating the images, we'll do one more tutorial, and that is setting up basic alphas and glowy materials for the headlights on, taillights on, things like that. And then after that, we'll start actually creating fun imagery. So there you go.